What's up YouTube? How are you? It's great to be back again. Welcome to another video, another vlog on my YouTube channel. This is Luke Mindpower, sending you a lot of love and positive vibes. I look forward to sharing my wisdom with you today. But before I begin, please don't forget to click that red subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every single time that I go live. Now, I have a question from a person who does follow me on my social media, and her question is regarding her children and the relationship that she used to have with a specific individual, be it a partner, for example. And this is something that I've experienced in my own life, and unfortunately breakups are never easy and divorce is never easy, and moving forward is challenging. Whether it's you that's the toxic person or the negative person, or it's the other person that is doing that. Sometimes we can even be in denial ourselves and not realize that we are being toxic as well. So it's again, it's all about self-awareness, and it's all about coming back to love and to actually becoming more intentional and aware on how and what kind of an environment we are providing for our children, right? Our children don't listen to what we say, they follow and copy what we do. It's, actions speak louder than words. Now, if you're someone who's going through a breakup or a divorce, or you've already divorced, and for example, your children are going off to your partner, and then when they return, they're bringing back a lot of negative vibes. You're feeling that through the way that they speak, the way that they act, what they talk about, and you may feel like they're completely different people when they're with you, and then when they go off to their partner, they stay there, they come back to you, and all of a sudden you feel an attitude change or an energy shift, or for some reason they feel like they've got something against you, or they're not happy with you for some reason, or they don't agree with you. And it's very common. And this is the challenge, especially when you're getting divorced or you're breaking up, because there's a lot of resentment in the relationship. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of that person that you were with previously judging you, or hating on you, or seeing you in a negative way. And at the same time, that person is also traumatized. Their heart may be broken. They may be upset because of the whole situation, because of the divorce, because of what they're going through. And unfortunately, the sad part about this is that we do not realize the impact that this kind of behavior has on our children. And so I wish I could give you a complete solution that's going to change it straight away, and it's going to help you provide more of a positive and healing environment for your children, so that your children can live a better life, so that they can be pour positivity around, so that they can't be exposed to forms of manipulation, right? Because if your children are, for example, let's say 14 to 16 years old, they're kind of growing to become teenagers, and they still look up to you as a parent, right? You're still there to guide them and to give them the best possible chance of having the best life, right? And when they have two different sides that they have to deal with, right? Two different parents, and especially if one of the parents is talking negatively about the other parent, what kind of an environment does that give the child? It gives it a very, very confusing environment, right? You're telling one thing to your child, and then you're going then your child goes to the other person, and the other person is saying, no, that's wrong. Don't listen to what she says, or don't listen to what he says. This is the right way to do it. Oh, maybe she's only saying that because of this and this and this, or he's only saying that because they don't want you to be happy, or whatever it is. And it's all drama, and it's like you're trying to win your children onto bringing them to your side, and for them to love you more, right? See you as being the good guy or the good person in the relationship, and then you know, that not only causes confusion, but it's really a disappointing form of manipulation for the child. And the thing is that some of us don't even realize that we're doing that. You know, you could be that partner that actually is adding to that toxicity and that negativity for the children. You're not helping them grow, right? Because you have so much pain inside yourself from the breakup, from the divorce, from the breakup of the relationship, that now you haven't healed yourself, and so that's continuously coming out of you, right? You've got a lot of pain there. It's coming out of you because what comes out of you is what you have inside you, right? If you don't have love and you don't love yourself and you haven't healed and allowed yourself to grieve from that relationship, then you're holding on to a lot of pain, right? And so just naturally, unconsciously, you could be releasing that to your children. And that's the sad part about it. And so it's really becoming mindful of the communication that you have with your children and what you're giving to them, because then they take that back to their partner, right? And so moving forward with a solution, in my humble opinion, you know, I've had these experiences in my family, and it's never easy, right? The best thing that you can do if you're the person that's experiencing this is to continue to be strong. Continue to not be reactive, even though you want to react, even though you want to get upset, even though you want to get angry at certain things they might say. The best thing that you can do is continue to be your true, authentic self. Because remember, your children watch what you do and they will emulate what you do, right? At the moment, to be able to convince a child that someone is saying rubbish to them or someone is spreading lies or negativity, it's not in their awareness right now, right? Their understanding of life, you know, that person in their life is their hero. You can't say anything about that person because they just won't believe you. That person's already given them enough toxicity and negativity and lies and whatever it is that they've said to them, that they form that connection, especially when your kids are young. So there's trying to fight that fight and trying to then manipulate them or trying to convince them that what that person is saying to them is wrong. Don't even waste your time. Because in time, eventually they will see that that was a lie. They were manipulated. This person is not who they say they are. It just takes time, and unfortunately it's such a painful experience, and it's really sad because children are used in this type of life, in this type of relationship as pawns, you know. They're in the middle. They can't get out of it, and it's really sad. You know, there's one thing that I always say, and I truly stick by this, that if you're in a marriage, for example, and you know that you're not happy, you know that you want to get a divorce, you know that you don't want to be with that partner anymore, the worst thing that you can do when you find out that you know, especially, not only, but I mean, when children are involved, it's even worse, but when you're in that relationship and you've got kids, the worst thing that you can do is to say, I'm not happy in the relationship, but let's stay together for the kids' sake, so that they have a mum or dad, or so that there's two parents at home, right? That is the worst thing that you could do, because what you're doing is you're allowing the children to continuously be exposed to negative energy, to negative vibes, to an abusive relationship, to whatever it is that's going on between you two. Your children feel that and they feed off it. So if you want them to be healthier and have a healthier mind and a better life, unless you come to an agreement that you guys can live in the same place and you're not going to fight and you're not going to be abusive and you're not going to treat each other like shit, because everything that you do, the children see that, they witness that, they feel the pain, they see the discomfort, they see the unhappiness, they feel it all. And so that's the worst thing you can do, is to stay in a relationship for the kids. I've heard so many people do that, and so many people say that, oh, we want to stay together for the kids so that they've got two parents, right? And all you're doing is exposing them to more trauma, negativity, and toxicity in their life. right? It's better to agree to say, okay, we're not fit for each other, let's move our own ways, but let's love our children. Let's give our children the best opportunity. Let's not talk shit about each other. You do your thing, raise them, love them, give them that attention and affection they deserve. I'll do the same thing as the other partner. But it seems like there's so much that people go through, whether you get cheated on or, you know, whatever your reason is for divorce, or your partner's gambling or not treating the relationship with respect, and there's so much pain there that causes so much resentment, and then partners continue to fight and argue and disagree, and they hate on each other, and then that goes into the children, and then the children suffer. So the best thing that you can do is to continue to show love. Even when love isn't being served, continue to be the example to your children that no matter what they throw at you, you're always going to show them love. You're always going to show them respect. You're always going to show them appreciation. You're always going to show them kindness, right? Even when it's not being served, right? Because your job as a parent is to give that love to your child, to give them that confidence in themselves so that they can grow up and be strong and confident and believe in themselves. Right? Even when they're coming back from your ex-partner's place and they're negative and they're throwing shade on you, or they're saying certain things to you that are not positive, right? Learn to not be so reactive. This is about self-awareness as well, because the more that you react, you're not helping the situation, you're just adding fuel to the fire. You know, and I know that it's very hard and it's very easy for me to say as I'm speaking, but it's more about you becoming more aware of how you actually take that information. Because remember, children especially are being programmed and conditioned from an early age, and everything that they go through in their life up until, 20, 21, until they're solid and confident on their own, they are constantly learning and being exposed to different experiences in life, and all they're doing is projecting outwards what they know and what they've been through. So you know that if they're throwing at you negativity or bad vibes or stuff that's not something that you taught them, then that's not from them, that's from someone else, right? So don't take it to heart, but know that as your child evolves, as your child grows, your child will eventually see that, hey, you are amazing. You stood by me. You never let me go. You always loved me. You always showed me love. You always respected me. You always said that I was amazing. You always cared for me. You spent time with me when I needed it, right? Over-deliver. This is your job as a parent, to over-deliver, do the best that you can, be the best role model that you can, so that eventually when your child gets old enough, because it will, just like I woke up, it will happen, and your child will realize the truth. Your child will realize, wow, the partner who's been negative is actually the one that is not helping my life, and it's a lie. And if you're the person that's struggling with this, your children will eventually see, and they will be like, oh my God, mum is amazing. She never let us down. Or dad is amazing. He never let us down. It was mum that was toxic, or vice versa, right? But your child will eventually see, I promise you that. It just takes time, because as a child, especially if you don't have a personal relationship yourself, you don't love yourself, which most children don't, because we're never taught that, right? Your level of self-awareness is very low. You come from the ego, and you're very easily manipulated and influenced by the outside world. So if they're disconnected like that and they're throwing negativity, just know that it's a phase. It's a phase, and they're going to grow out of it, and eventually they're going to come to realize who is good and who is bad. And then, because you stuck by them, because you never gave up, because you kept showing love and being the amazing parent that you are, they're going to come back and they're going to go, Mum or Dad, I didn't realize this, and it took me a long time to realize how amazing you are and how much you supported us, even though we didn't understand. And I promise you that will happen. It just takes time for the child to grow and mature, because in those teenage years, we think we know it all. I was there. I remember. I thought I knew everything. I never, ever agreed with my mum. I always thought my mum was lying. Every time she said something, I was like, yeah, whatever, I know better. And you know what I realized? Every time she told me something, she was right. And I had to own up to that, because I realized that at a young age when I was in my 20s. or late 20s, I was like, you know what? Every time mum said something, she was right, but I never believed her. You know, and so that's just part of growing up. That's part of life, and it's so. I wish it was easy to just say this and this and this to your children, and they're going to change, right? But they won't. You know, no matter what you say. And sometimes we have to go through that rebellious phase of thinking that, hey, I'm 16 years old and I know it all, right? I know it all. Solution: be the role model. Be the best that you can be, because you will inspire people around you, and that means your kids as well. That's the best thing that you can do. Guys, I hope you appreciate this video. If you do, share it with your friends. Let other people know so we can help more people. There's probably so many people that are dealing with this kind of situation. You know, breakups and divorce are very challenging and not easy. So share this around the world. And if you haven't clicked that red subscribe button, click it and that notification bell so you can get notified every single time I go live. It's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to be here with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, how you're dealing with it, what you're going through. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to create more videos for certain situations that you may be going through. I look forward to hearing from you. If you're interested in personal transformation and development coaching, and you like to work with me one-on-one so that I can help you heal your trauma, maybe you're going through anxiety or depression, whatever it is, stopping you from being a better version of yourself, and you really, really want to grow and transform, then you can send me an email, LiQWYD@gmail.com, and I really, really look forward to speaking with you, connecting with you one-on-one. First consultation is free, and then we'll move forward from there. If you haven't tuned into my podcast. It is Luke's Mind Power Podcast, available on all podcast platforms. There's so much value there, and new episodes being released every single week, not only from me, but also people who I'm interviewing, which have some extraordinary inspirational stories and also challenges that they went through to now overcome them and live a successful, happier life. So, in closing, remember, be yourself. Be authentic, don't be a copy, be original, trust yourself, and be the right role model for your kids, because they follow exactly what you do, not what you say. This is Luke Mind Power, signing out. If you don't follow me on social media, check me out on Instagram and TikTok, Luke Mind Power. Peace, guys. Have an amazing day. Sending you so much love, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.